outstanding rendition of our national anthem performed by the Weatherly cheerleaders. Not only can they cheer, Joe, they can sing.
Very, very nicely done.
We'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center. For minor illnesses and injuries, get the care you need when you need it. Open 365 days a year without an appointment. Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center. Brian Miller in the black for Mono area. We'll jump it up for the Golden Bears. Weatherly in the white. They're going to be going from right to left on your screen. The officials, Tim Shaler and John Cooper. Dylan Bazar to jump against Brian Miller of Mono area. Tonight's matchup from the Schuylkill League is underway. The Wreckers control. It's Nick Miller with the basketball. Luke Reiner will control the point for the Wreckers. Mono area comes out in a man-to-man defense. Kelly dribbles it out. Gets it over to Bazar. This is Figgis on the wing. His three won't go. And saved by Joseph, and he'll get it back from Ronsky. Yatsena faked the shot, kicks it back out to Joseph. The Golden Bears will reset their offense. This is Joseph on the wing. Almost had it knocked away by Miller. Gets double teamed and stolen away by Bazar. Saved on the floor. And unfortunately, he couldn't get it to Reiner as he was already standing out of bounds.
Yeah, that's the kind of situation where Weatherly needs to take advantage, try to keep that ball in bounds, get it to the basket as the Golden Bears take advantage, Marty. Quick.
Brian Miller gets the first basket of the evening. It's 2-0 Golden Bears. Figgis will take the pull-up jumper. Won't go. Rebound Miller. Here come the Golden Bears. Joseph brings it up. Now Miller will try his hand at a three. That's off back rim. Tipped around. Figgis has it for the Wreckers.
Nice job by Figgis with the rebound.
Reiner in the corner. Had it knocked away. And one of the things, talking to Coach Can before tonight's game, one of the toughest things for his team is most times out they don't have the size advantage and makes it tough.
And that's another reason, Marty, where they need to take good shots from the field, high percentage, so that they're right now not shooting well. I think they're 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 here early in the ball game.
Reiner gives it off to Bazar. This is Miller. Looks inside for Figgis. Gets the shot up and good. Game tied at 2. Weatherly looking to come with some three-quarter court pressure. Joseph with the crossover. Gives it over. Yatsena will take a three and hit it.
One of the things we've seen from Mono area over the years, they shoot well from outside. Just hit the three ball there.
Figgis in the corner looks to tie. Can't get it to go. Reiner the rebound. His putback is good, and it's 5-4 Golden Bears.
Luke Reiner, nice job with the rebound. Turnaround jumper, good.
Yatsena in the middle, helps break the pressure. Pull-up jumper inside the foul line is good. Back-to-back baskets by Yatsena gives the Golden Bears a 3-point lead.
Yatsena, 6'1" junior. Been a leader on this team all season long.
Miller on the wing, finds Kelly in the corner. This is for the tie, and it'll roll in. Game tied at 7 on the three-point basket by Brett Kelly.
Brent Kelly with a nice jumper, got some help from the rim and the backboard.
Nice hometown roll, right, Coach?
You got it. Always like to be at home.
Miller in the corner to Joseph to Yatsena. He'll try to get the lead back. This one short. Figgis the rebound. Here come the Wreckers looking for their first lead of the night. Game tied at 7, approaching 4.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Figgis lost control, but it was called for a travel first. Mono area basketball.
Biggest nice job on the rebound, Marty. When you get to the other end, you need to take care of the ball. You just set the play. Good ball movement.
Number 15, Marcus Stika in for Mono area, the first sub of the ball game. Joseph over to Yatsena, looking for Miller in the lane. Tipped away and finally stolen by the Wreckers. Here comes Reiner. He'll bring it toward the middle. Reiner's
second
pass
time
goes
in a
out
row.
of bounds and a turnover.
Sorry, Marty. Second time in a row they've had the ball down the floor. Can't take care of it. Turn it over.
And maybe moving a little bit too fast, trying to make something happen here, but halfway through the opening quarter, Coach Ken has to be happy with a 7-all tie and a rebound for Figgis. Figgis goes behind the back, finds Miller. Out to Reiner, quickly swung to Kelly for the lead. 2 threes by Brett Kelly has the Wreckers in front, 10-7. Coach Hudson of the Golden Bears wants to take a full timeout. The Golden Bears are down 3.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Now, Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WION Sports Crew and available for home delivery through JW Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazelton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick.
After the Mono area timeout, back in action here. 3.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Wreckers up by 3. This is Ronski over to Joseph. And Joe, right before that timeout, the Wreckers came down in transition, and credit Luke Reiner, who made that extra pass, finding the open Kelly for the 3 in the lead.
They did a great job moving the ball. Found Kelly, and he put the ball up for the 3.
Miller inside, could hear the slap. See who they got the foul on. Foul is on Brett Kelly, his first of the ball game. And Miller to the line to shoot 2. Brian Miller, the last couple of years on those very good Mono area teams, was a very key part in doing a lot of the little things for Mono area.
One of the things, he gives them some size underneath as he misses the second foul.
Bizarre the rebound. Here come the Wreckers up 2. Reiner up the right sideline, guarded by Ronski. Gives off to Figgis. Goes out to Miller. To Reiner. Reiner will take the pull-up jumper, won't go. A rebound for Yatsena, and here come the Golden Bears. Out of the pack is Ronski. Miller in the corner, out to Yatsena. And Miller is called for the travel. Nice closeout defense by Dylan Bizarre. Forced Miller to move his feet a little quicker than he would like.
Brother Lee, Marty, shooting better. I mentioned early on they missed the first 2 or 3 shots. Since then, they've made a couple of baskets, up by 2 as they turn it over.
Yatsena with the steal, looking for the tie, and he'll get the bank to go. Yatsena with 7 of the 10 for the Golden Bears, and it's tied at 10. I'd like to remind you of the official beverage of the WION Sports Crew, Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water. Reiner strong to the basket, blocked by Miller.
Reiner found his way to the baseline. Had the shot blocked.
Kelly over to Miller. Out to Bizarre. Very patient, the Weatherly offense. As I mentioned, that Figgis takes a 3. Here come the Golden Bears looking to regain the lead with the game tied at 10. Minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter.
Last couple of shots for Weatherly, Marty, have been forced. Not good looks at the basket.
Bronski on the wing. In the high post, Stajka. Turnaround jumper won't go. Bizarre the rebound. Here comes Reiner with the Wreckers. Approaching the minute mark remaining in this opening quarter. Game tied at 10. Kelly off to Bizarre. Looking inside for Figgis, knocked away by Joseph. Miller gets the loose basketball. This is Kelly for 2 short, but he gets his own rebound. Pass tipped. Tipped again, and Figgis gets the loose basketball.
Good hustle by Kelly, getting his own rebound, keeping that ball in play for the Wreckers.
Coach Can says, let's get a good one, and Reiner brings the basketball out with half a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Kelly had his pass tipped by Yedsena. 15 seconds left in the quarter, and Yedsena will look to get the lead back for Mono-Area from the foul line.
Yedsena, very heady play, good defense, quick hands, knocked it away, takes it to the basket, fouled. Gives the Golden Bears an opportunity to pull ahead of here.
And Kelly picked up the foul, his second, team second. And Yedsena will get another opportunity, as Kelly will have to sit with the 2 personal fouls. Checking in number 32, Gary Buck for Weatherly. Buck, one of several freshmen on the Weatherly roster. As Yedsena hits 1 out of 2, and it's 11-10. Golden Bears, final 6 seconds left in the quarter. Figgis trying to beat the buzzer for 3. And through a quarter, Mono-Area 11, Weatherly 10. Watching live high school basketball on WILN.
I'm good. Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt.
I'm good.
Working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
Move a little slower here in DSLville.
Slow pitch softball is big here. Really big.
There's not a fast food restaurant in town. 0.
Get the most out of the internet. Get Service Electric high-speed internet. Call Service Electric today to sign up.
Ho, 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 ho. Slow down. Tourists.
We welcome you back to Weatherly. Start of the second quarter. Golden Bears up 11-10.
Marty Mono-Area is shooting 4 for 8 from the floor. 4 for 12 for the Wreckers. We were talking about them not doing too well from the floor, shooting the ball early, made some shots in between. 4 turnovers for the Wreckers, 2 for the Golden Bears. 1 point lead for the Golden Bears here as we start the second quarter.
Mono-Area led by 8 first quarter points by Matt Yedsena. As Stajka got a nice pass play, Miller the rebound, and the putback is good. Miller's got 5. Golden Bears up 3. Brett Kelly leading the Wreckers with 6, but on the bench with 2 personal fouls.
Talked about Brian Miller for Mono-Area. Very strong underneath there, puts it back up for 2.
Weatherly in the white going from right to left on your screen. Start the quarter with Miller, Figgis, Bizarre, freshman Gary Buck. Mono area starts the quarter with Stajka, Ronsky, Miller, and Joseph, and Yedsina is in double figures after the turnover and basket. He's got 10, and Weatherly takes a 30-second timeout, trailing by 5. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center. For minor illnesses and injuries, get the care you need when you need it. Open 365 days a year without an appointment. Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center.
Marty Ed Center doing a great job out front playing defense. He has picked up a couple of steals here. One right at the end of the first quarter. Another just now. I'm putting it up for 2. Coach Can called timeout. Try to settle the Wreckers down.
So after the timeout, Weatherly to inbound down 5. Reiner brings it up. Miller on the wing guard, closely by Stajka, finds Bizarre. Figgis got a screen, fake the 3, looks to drive, shot won't go. Tipped around, Miller the rebound.
Nice play by Miller. Weatherly needs some movement away from the ball, Marty. Try to open up that inside up. Better shots at the basket.
Bizarre picked up his dribble, got it out to Reiner. Reiner over to Miller. This is Buck. Buck looks to penetrate, finds Miller. Miller out to Reiner. Kicks it to Figgis. He'll take the 3. Rebound Ronsky. And coming down and getting the basket is Joseph, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Mike Joseph, a sophomore from Montnoy area. Drives the basket, fouled. Let's see if he can pick up, as you mentioned, Marty, the 3rd point.
And Joseph does just that. Golden Bears now up 18-10.
One of the things that Weatherly has to do, Marty, is don't let the margin as we go up from the corner.
And Figgis got his own rebound, was fouled on the floor.
And talk about the don't let the margin become so large that you don't have an opportunity in the second half. Right now they're down 8, being tied 10-10 at one time.
Figgis gives it off to Reiner. Miller on the wing. This is Kelly back in the game with the 2 personals. And we could hear Coach Can say patience over here as Figgis couldn't get the loose basketball. It goes out of bounds and it'll be Mono area basketball. Hey, you're down 8, but you still got plenty of time. You're still within striking distance.
And I think one of the things you have to do, you're going to be patient. Take care of the ball while you're patient. As I said before, try to get a decent look at the basket. They turned it over. Golden Bears again with the ball.
And they get the turnover, trying to break this 11-0 run from the Golden Bears that have given them an 8-point lead that stretched all the way back to the late stages of the first quarter. And a foul in the backcourt as Reiner was fouled.
Well, that's a very good point. We talk about a team down by 8, and Coach Ken mentioned, as we have a foul called, mentioned patience, and your point about it is still very early in the ball game. What you're trying to avoid here, don't go down by double digits at some point, so you really have to struggle to get back.
Figgis tips it out of bounds. That last turnover, I believe, was a moving screen against Nick Miller, be his first, team 4th. So the Golden Bears up 8 with the basketball. Wronski finds Yatsena in the high post. His little teardrop in the lane is good. He's got 12 to lead all scorers. The lead is 10. Largest lead of the night for Mono area.
Yatsena, a good job playing inside, play well on defense, can also shoot from the perimeter.
Figgis kicks it out. Kelly won't get this 3 to go. But Figgis did a nice job of forcing the turnover to give it back to Weatherly with 3:55 left, down 10.
Marty, I mentioned don't let the lead go to double digits, and here we are at a 10-point lead for Mahanoy area.
And Wronski has to check back in quickly as that last foul is on Mike Joseph. And that's his second, team 3rd. Kelly dribbles right. Gives it off to Figgis. Pass a little behind Bizarre, but picked up by Nick Miller.
Nice job by Miller, saving the turnover.
And Figgis will take the 3 and hit it. Luke Figgis with the first Weatherly basket of his second quarter. He's got 5, and it's 20-13, Mono area.
Figgis with the 3 ball to end the drought. Marty makes it a 7-point, back to 10 with that Wronski 3 ball.
Reiner kicks it out to Miller, gives him a screen. And a carrying violation is called against the Wreckers, giving it back to Mono area with 3:05 remaining in the half. Coming up at the half, we'll get a look at Jim Burns' halftime stats, so we invite you to stay tuned for that. Coming up at the half of this Schuylkill League matchup between Mono area and Weatherly. Reiner knocked it away from Yatsena. It will remain with the Golden Bears. 2:56 left in the half. Wronski, no-look pass to Miller. His jumper is good. Brian Miller has 7.5, and it's a 12-point Golden Bear advantage.
We talked about Brian Miller doing a lot of different things for Mahanoy area. They're playing inside turnaround jumper after a good pass inside.
Yatsena ends up coming up with the rebound. He looks to push. Almost lost control. Splits a couple of defenders, and I believe a reach-in foul is going to be called against the Wreckers.
I think, Marty, one of the things, that 3 ball taken at the other end just a second ago by Weatherly, not a good look at the basket. Put that up, and they are now down by 12. They have to do a better job of getting good looks as Yatsena misses that ball in the lane.
Rebound was by number 54, Zach Pizer, a sophomore checking in for the first time tonight, and mentioned the size for Coach Gann. The other thing, only 3 seniors on his roster and a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, Pizer being one of them. Turnovers to this point, Weatherly has committed 9, Mono area now 4.
I think the other point is, Marty, we were talking about that's double the number of turnovers. Obviously, if you're trying to hang in there with the team that's playing very well, Mahanoy area, Weatherly cannot afford to do that, turn the ball over.
Still down only by 12, under 2 minutes left in the half. Kelly for three. Pizer tips. Reiner will have a chance for a three-point play.
Great job by Wright getting the ball inside and then going back up.
Credit Pizer with the tip to an open Reiner underneath. Stajka picks up the foul, his first, team fourth. Reiner converts, he's got 5. The lead for Montclair is down to 9. Kelly will sit with the two personals. They don't want him to pick up a third here before halftime, so Dylan Bazar back into the ball game for Weatherly. Miller challenges Pizer, can't get it to go. Bazar the rebound. Here come the Wreckers down 9. Reiner drives the lane. His leaner won't go. Stajka saves. Loose basketball on the floor. Here comes Yedsena with it for the Golden Bears. Yedsena gets the bank to go.
Great job.
Got 14 on the night.
Great job by Yedsena. We talked about him earlier. Very athletic. Is able to do a lot of different things. Drives the basket, uses the board, comes away with the basket, and an 11-point lead for Montclair.
Figgis for 3. Tipped around, Stajka comes up with it, and knocked away and stolen by Reiner. He spins, looks for some help. Had it knocked away, so he gets a new dribble, and he'll bring it out with the Wreckers down 11.
Taking their time, Marty, trying to come up with some points here before the end of the second quarter.
Reiner inside the three-point line, can't get it to go, and Brian Miller the rebound. And Yedsena will slowly bring it up for Montclair, up 11, approaching 10 seconds left in the half. You'll be able to follow the time on the bottom portion of your screen. Cross court, this is Wronski for 3. Got it. Couple of big threes in this second quarter for Mike Wronski has helped Montclair to a 30-16 halftime advantage.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
We welcome you back to Weatherly High School for live high school basketball action in the Schuylkill League. Boys taking the court tonight. Montclair with a 19-6 second quarter, jumping out to a 30-16 advantage at the half. And I would think Coach Cann in the locker room, one of the biggest things that have hurt his Wreckers tonight has been the turnovers.
There's no doubt about it, Marty. Plus, I think Weatherly hit 2 or 3 streaks there where they didn't shoot very well, didn't have a good look. I always talk about a good look at the basket. If you cannot get a good look and you throw it up, very, very low percentage shot, as opposed to that high percentage. That'll get you in trouble early, and it has Weatherly down by 14. I think Montclair Yedsena, obviously a very big part of their basketball team. Brian Miller exerting himself inside both ends of the court right now.
Senna had the big first half, 14 points. Miller contributed inside. He had 7, but I thought in that second quarter, those 2 big threes from Wronski, especially the one right before the buzzer, was one of the big keys for Mono Area to get this 14-point lead.
No doubt about it, Marty. When you can hit that 3 as Wronski has, it helps you. Number one, it gives you the threat of shooting from outside, so they have to account for you on defense. Number 2, obviously 3-ball helps in the spreading that score.
And Weatherly with a halftime promotion of Buckets for Cash that you're getting a look at right now. We're at the half. We're going to take a break. Coming up, we'll get a look at Jim Burns' halftime stats. The score, Mono Area 13, Weatherly 16. You're watching live high school basketball on WILN.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton?
We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research. Students are scoring internships
all over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus. We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked #1 by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
in the world.
It's your time. Penn State.
Penn State lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Now, Hazel Park Springwater is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Springwater Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick.
Wouldn't it be great if everything in life were fast? Fast, like a cable modem.
Call Service Electric now and get the fastest internet in town. Plus, when you sign up today, you'll also get free installation. Experience the blazing speed of Service Electric high-speed internet service. Your internet will never be the same.
Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt.
I'm good.
Working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
And we welcome you back to Weatherly High School, live high school basketball here on WILN at the half. Mono Area up by 14 over the hometown Wreckers of Weatherly. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by Joe DeMelfi. And Joe, I would think one of the things I think Coach has to be happy with the pace. The defense, for the most part, has kept Mono Area to the outside. It's been the turnovers and a lot of the live turnovers that have led to transition for Mono Area.
I think the other thing, Marty, is the turnovers obviously played a part in this. Second quarter, 19 points, Mono Area 6 for the Wreckers. That enabled Mono Area to enjoy a 14-point lead at this time. And I'll tell you what, you had sent a very big part up front, both offensively, scoring some points, defensively doing very well.
And we're about set to get a look at those halftime stats compiled by our very own Dean of Stats, Mr. Jim Burns. And set that lean a little bit to the Golden Bears.
Marty, we're looking at Mono Area, 12 for 19, shooting over 50%, while Weatherly is struggling from the floor, 6 for 23. 3-point field goal, 3 for 6 for the Golden Bears, 3 for 14 for the Wreckers, 3 for 5 from the free throw line for Monroe area, 1-for-1 for Weatherly. Rebounds 10 for Monroe area, 13 for Weatherly. Offensive rebounds, 1 for the Golden Bears, 6 for the Wreckers. And there you see the turnovers, 5 for Monroe area, 9 for Weatherly. Monroe area shooting well from the floor. I think it's a big part of it right now. Rebounds are pretty close. Thank you, Mr. Dean of Stats.
And on the scoreboard, the Golden Bears lead at 30-16. Coming up after third quarter action from Weatherly. You're watching live high school basketball on WILN.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Barbush Automotive can do it all. Repairs for all vehicles. And the owner, Brian Lewis Barbush, will also be a pre-owned car dealer. BLB Auto Sales Incorporated, selling good, clean vehicles at very affordable prices. All vehicles are inspected, serviced, clean, and ready for the road. For more information, call Bryant at 570-454-7571 or 861-8393.
Welcome back to Weatherly. Moments away from the start of the third quarter with Monroe area in front 30-16. We'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center. For minor illnesses and injuries, get the care you need when you need it. Open 365 days without an appointment. Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center.
And Marty, one of the things we talked about while we were off camera, Weatherly moving the ball fairly well, but after a while they just don't, they aren't patient enough. Then they throw one up, and it's a very low percentage shot. They don't have it. Very, very seldom will make that, as you can tell by the halftime stats and shooting from the floor.
Weatherly in the white, going from left to right on your screen. They go with their original starting five of Reiner, Kelly, Figgis, Nick Miller, and Bazar. The Golden Bears in the black go with their starting five under Coach Hudson. Yedsena, Luddy, Ronsky, Brian Miller, and Joseph. And Yedsena with a defensive rebound. He looks to push. Had it knocked away from behind by Kelly, but he corralled the loose basketball. Kicked it out to Joseph, and he'll reset.
Reiner had a decent look for Weatherly at the other end, just couldn't get it to go.
Yedsena will take a three. Knocked around, and Kelly eventually gets it for Weatherly. Here they come, the Wreckers down 14 in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Kelly taking that ball off the floor for the Wreckers gives them an opportunity here. Come up with a basket, narrow the gap.
Kelly in the corner, faked the three, had it knocked away by Yedsena. He's done that quite a few times tonight, Joe, with the quick hands, and he is going to be wrapped up, fouled on the floor.
Marty, at least 3 or maybe 4 times Yedsena up front has used that athletic ability.
Foul is on Nick Miller, his second, team first. Luddy, the tip won't go. Reiner corrals for Weatherly. Kelly in the corner. Rebound Luddy.
Weatherly starts the second half with shooting woes again, Marty. Can't get it to go as we're looking at Mahnoy area.
Ronski, he hit 2 in the first half, can't get it to go here to start the third. Reiner, a kick ahead to Miller. Figgis will take a 3, and Miller the rebound. Here come the Golden Bears, up 14, over 2 minutes gone in the third. Brian Miller for 3. Tipped around, and Reiner has it for Weatherly.
Right now, neither team shooting well.
Figgis can't get it to go. Miller the rebound.
Good drive baseline by Figgis. Just couldn't get the ball to drop.
And Figgis with the steal. He'll challenge Joseph, and that basket is good. Figgis has 7 to lead the records. It's 30-18 Mahnoy area.
I believe the first 2 of the second half, almost 2.5 minutes gone before the Wreckers make a basket.
Yedsena out to Ronski. That 3 won't go, but the putback by Yedsena is good as he got good rebounding position and tipped it in. The lead back to 14.
Great position on Yedsena. Inside. Missed basket. But he clearly had the advantage. Went up and put it in.
Bizarre gets it out to Figgis, and he did a great job of toeing the half-court line, keeping it from backcourt. Figgis in the corner. He'll take a 3. Tipped out by Bizarre. Reiner tries to save it, but was out of bounds on the sideline. And it'll be Mahnoy area basketball.
Weatherly, both teams picked up the pace of play, Marty. Neither team shooting real well right now. Weatherly struggling from the floor as Figgis went up with another 3 missed. As great pass inside by Yedsena. Miller quickly up for the basket.
Miller now with 9 for the Golden Bears. They have their biggest advantage of the night at 16, 34-18. Weatherly continues with their motion offense. Very patient in the half court. Miller kicks it out to Reiner. In the corner, Kelly takes the 3. Gets the shot up, won't go. Tipped around. And Nick Miller has it for Weatherly.
Weatherly doing a better job here moving the ball. One of the problems now as we look at 3:30 left here in the third quarter, you're down by 16. You still can be patient. Take a good look at the basket. Take those shots that...
Miller will take the jumper and hit it. Nick Miller's first basket makes it 34-20 Golden Bears.
And Nick Miller's first basket was an exceptionally good look at the basket.
Gets sent a nice pass inside to Miller, and he is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Tell you what, once Miller gets inside, Yedsena has found him more than once. And once he gets inside, tough to play defense on him without making a foul.
Foul was on Kelly, his third, team second, as Miller is now in double figures with 10.
Yedsena getting a rest.
He's played very well tonight, leading the Golden Bears with 16. 1 out of 2 on the trip, but Steika gets the rebound.
Steika comes in for Yedsena and does an excellent job getting the ball off the floor.
Miller goes baseline and gets the bank to go. Did a nice job of shifting his body so not to create the charge, and got the basket all in one motion.
Very athletic is Brian Miller. As the Mahno area Golden Bears enjoy a 17-point lead.
And Figgis fouled on the floor. I believe it'll be on Wronski, which will be his second. Yet checks back in. As Wronski picked up the foul, his second. Team first. Heiser back in for Weatherly. And a 5-second violation is called against Weatherly.
Coach Can very upset, asking his player to move to the ball as we have a timeout.
30-second timeout taken by the Golden Bears, up 17. While we have a moment, I'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Not only tonight and this season, but for so many seasons, the Third Base Luncheonette, proud supporter of WYLN Sports, providing our crew with a crew meal every single game that we are at. Joe DeMelfi, even though we're in Weatherly, what do you got to say about Hazleton's Third Base Luncheonette?
We could be on the moon. Nobody beats a third base hoagie.
I'd like to see you corral a third base hoagie on the moon.
Might be weightless, so I'd have to really go after it.
Thank you, as always, to the Third Base Luncheonette after the Golden Bear timeout. Up 17, worked the ball nicely here. Wronski worked inside, loose basketball. Still loose on the floor. Great hustle by Joseph. Yetsena couldn't get the first one, but the putback is good. He's got 18 on the night. The lead is 19.
I tell you, I have to credit Mike Joseph for taking that ball off the floor, keeping it in play.
And Joseph's defense creates the traveling violation.
Only a sophomore.
Got to see him get some time last year as a freshman, and now running the show as a sophomore. And he's going to take a three and bury it. Mike Joseph has 6 on the night. 42-20 Golden Bears.
Last 3 minutes, Golden Bears have picked up the pace, made some nice shots. The Wreckers struggling from the floor. Down by 22.
Reiner inside the Figgis. Kicks it out. This is Miller. That jumper won't roll in. Tipped around, and Joseph finally corrals for the Golden Bears. Joseph will take the pull-up jumper here. A little short. Miller the rebound. Here come the Wreckers. Miller out to Reiner. Right back to Miller. Miller, the pull-up jumper. Won't go. Rebound Miller.
Brian Miller again. Strong rebound, Marty.
He's been strong, as we mentioned, not only tonight, but the last couple years from Mahno area. Keeping things under control on both ends inside.
Yeah, and he gets the ball on the baseline when they have the ball. Mahno area very strong. Defensively comes up with big rebounds. You look at him, he's 6'2", 6'3". He's a senior, has some experience.
Yetsena will take the jumper. Rebound loose. Figgis has it, won't get the shot off. Through 3, Mahno area leads it 42-20. You're watching live high school basketball on WYLN.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton?
We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research. Students are scoring internships
All over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus. We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked number 1 by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
In the world.
It's your time. Penn State.
Penn State lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visithazelton.
We welcome you back to Weatherly. Start of the fourth quarter. Golden Bears up 42-20.
Marty, neither team shot real well in the third quarter. Mahanoy area 5 for 13 from the floor. But Weatherly really struggled. 2 for 10, 20% from the floor. Turned it over 3 times, creating a 22-point deficit.
And yet Senna with the offensive rebound, didn't get it to go. Miller came up with it for Weatherly as the Wreckers in the white start the fourth with Figgis, Pizer, Kelly, Miller, and Reiner. The three is missed by Kelly, but he fought and got it back. Reiner's three is good. Luke Reiner has 8 on the night to lead the Wreckers. They're down by 19 as the Mono area Golden Bears start the fourth with Stajka, Brian Miller, Joseph, Yatsena, and Ronski.
Reiner ends the drought for Weatherly with that 3-ball, but again, Brian Miller comes up big for Mahanoy area.
Yatsena and Brian Miller, 32 of the 44 for the Golden Bears. And the turnover, here comes Joseph leading the charge for Mahanoy area. He'll go right to the basket, won't go. And I believe we're going to get Brian Miller for an over-the-back call. And at this point of the game, you can live with it. That's only his first foul of the night.
First foul, he's been a big part of this basketball game for the Golden Bears. And as you mentioned, Marty, first one for him. They're up by 21, so not crucial at this point.
Kelly got double teamed but found Figgis from the foul line. Can't get the bank to go in. Stajka the rebound. And Joseph will bring it up for Mahanoy area. Checks with Coach Hudson as far as what he wants to do here with this offensive possession. Ronski over to Yatsena. In the corner, it's Stajka. Inside to Miller. He was double teamed and fouled. He'll head back to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Marty, Coach Scott Hudson looks like he's doing a very good job of picking up where you talked about earlier. Mickey Allen, excellent job all those years for Mahanoy area as Brian Miller makes the first.
Foul was on Reiner, his second, team third. Miller hits both. He's got 16 on the night. 9 of that coming here in the second half, which the Golden Bears have doubled up, leading 46-23. Reiner looks to drive, brings it back out. Over to Kelly.
Marty, I think Weatherly, young team, they have to understand, can't be impatient, but they're down 23, so they need to get the ball up to the basket, see if they can narrow the gap.
Reiner penetrated, kicked it out to Figgis. Inside to Kelly, and Stajka comes up with the loose basketball. Yatsena faked the handoff, drives, couldn't get it to go. And it'll be Weatherly basketball with 5:09 remaining. Bloody checks back in from Mahanoy area.
Looking at the 5-minute mark, Marty, Golden Bears have played very well. Although they did not shoot exceptionally well first half, they definitely have turned it on the second.
Reiner in double figures now with 10 for Weatherly, as the Golden Bears look to take some time off the clock here with this possession. Looking inside for Yedsena, and it's stolen away by Reiner. Here come the Wreckers. Corner jumper won't go. Yedsena the rebound. And Yedsena looks to go coast to coast. Pull-up jumper won't go. Steicha the rebound. His putback is good.
Marcus Steicha, an excellent job on the board, putting it back up.
And Miller with a strong drive is fouled. They'll head to the line to shoot two.
I think, Coach Can, there's a couple of things. Number one, you don't want to see your team quit on either end of the floor, offensively or defensively. Weatherly has not done that. They've played hard. They just haven't shot the ball very well. They're young. And Miller, big difference up inside for Mahanoy area.
Pizer tried to keep it alive, but Miller corrals the loose basketball as Nick Miller gets 1 out of 2. It's a 48-26 advantage. Joseph swings to Steicha, right back to Joseph. Joseph dribbles through the defense, kicks it out, Wronski. That three won't go, and out of bounds off of Reiner. Will remain with the Golden Bears with 3:31 remaining.
Joseph, deep penetration, was able to dish it out to Wronski. Wronski not a very good shot at it as Miller up for two.
We found him a couple times on out-of-bounds plays tonight from Mahanoy area. He's got 18, sharing the scoring lead with Yedsena. As the Golden Bears have reached 50, up 50-26, knocked away from behind. And Miller comes and gets the block shot.
Have to try to get that shot up quicker. Miller, an intimidating figure inside. Marty, one of the reasons of the inbound play, Miller sets himself tough to get over the top of him without a foul as the Golden Bears make some substitutions.
Luddy back in, also in number 33, Cody Price from Mahanoy area. Reiner in the corner. To Kelly. Pizer with the move on the block. Challenged Miller, couldn't get it to go.
Wasn't a bad attempt, though.
Miller out to Wronski to Yedsena.
On the other end, Pizer was a sophomore going up against Miller, who's a senior, Marty. So you have to look at that as a coach and say, you know what, I'm happy to see that. As Yedsena taking some time off the clock.
Miller with the strong move to the basket. He has 20 to lead all scorers. And a substitution, number 42. Randy Durr checks in as Miller gets a nice round of applause.
Great pass from Yedsena inside to Miller.
Number 34, Giovanni Versace in from Mahanoy area as Coach Hudson gets his players out one at a time. To a nice round of applause for the fans that have made the trip from Mahanoy City. Also in number 11, Matt Durr. Nick Miller, jumper won't go. Pizer tried to tip and Versace up with it for the Golden Bears. Spins away from a couple of defenders, still loose on the floor and picked up by Price. Luddy brings it out. Gives off to Versace under 2 minutes remaining in the ballgame.
Golden Bears in no hurry, Marty, up by 26 points.
Price at the foul line, gives it out to Versace. And he was fouled on the pass. Some more substitutions checking in for both teams. Foul is on Nick Miller, his third, team fourth.
Both teams, Marty, 1:31 left in the ball game. Both teams making substitutions.
Number 23, Thomas Suveg for Weatherly. Also in number 12, Evan Kunkel. And also checking in number 34, Steph Yurchak. Be remiss, we had talked about Mike Joseph, and we joked a little bit, not the Hazleton area coach, but Mono area point guard, and some Hazleton area connections on both benches. Ethan Eichhorst, JV coach for Monoy area, former player at Hazleton area and also at Misericordia, and now coach here at Monoy area. And Coach Can and Steve Fior, one of his assistants, coached in the Hazleton area, including at Bishop Hayfie. Is I don't know if Coach Can ever wants to admit it, but was one of my old coaches. So even coming to the Schuylkill League, we have a little tie to the Hazleton area.
Most definitely, as Monoy area with the ball, 40 seconds on the clock.
Loose basketball still being fought for. Saved and controlled by the Golden Bears. Versace will take a three. Rebound for Price. That putback won't go.
Nice rebound by Price. Golden Bears keep it alive.
And knocked away by Yurchak with 9.5 seconds remaining. Versace looks to dribble it out as the Golden Bears get another victory in the Schuylkill League. Tipped around and buckets the last rebound as Mono area will win the ball game by a score of 52-26. But some tough stretches of turnovers and some scoring droughts for Weatherly, especially in the second and third quarters, help Mono area pull away in this ball game.
I don't think there's any doubt. Third quarter, Weatherly shot 20%, Marty, 2 for 10. Tough. It's tough again, especially when you're up against a very good basketball team as Mono area. Brian Miller, you had Senate did a great job for the Golden Bears. Come away with a win here in the Schuylkill League, 52-26 over Weatherly.
And we like to mention a programming note, not on the schedule, a little bit of a change. We'll be right back here a week from tonight as the Wreckers play host to the Marion Catholic Colts. Be on the air live at 7:30 in addition to the schedule. And Joe, we talked about Hazleton area. We head to Hazleton area Monday night and get our first look at Joe Gavio's Lady Cougars.
Joe Gavio, and he hasn't been playing well. So it'll be interesting to see how they play and respond to being home on Monday evening.
Mono area led in scoring tonight on the inside play of Brian Miller with 20. Matt Yatsena had 18. Luke Reiner led the Wreckers with 10. And we like to remind you that tonight's game has been brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center. For minor illnesses and injuries, get the care you need when you need it. Open 365 days a year without an appointment. Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center.
Marty, looking at the Dean of Stats, has just given me some finals. 21 for 48 from the floor for Montnoy area. 10 for 42. I mean, that right there is a huge statistic shooting from the floor that poorly, tough to come away with the win.
So we like to thank our fine crew here, helping us get out live tonight from Weatherly High School. For our director, where have you gone, Joe Maggio? For Jim Burns on stats. For Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. The final score, Mono Area 52, Weatherly 26. Join us Monday night live at 7:30 from Hazleton Area High School. Girls High School basketball as Joe Gavio's Lady Cougars play host to the ladies Spartans of Wyoming Valley West. We'll be on the air live Monday night at 7:30. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Weatherly.
Helping your dollars go further every day. Stay here for fantastic bargains. This is Penny's Classifieds from WYLN TV 35. Skin and nail disorders and arthritic and diabetic